Good evening, everybody. Hey, Christopher, I got to talk to you. Proza, got to talk to you. What's up, Sal? Sean, what's up? Javier. John, how you doing? Brother Gatlin, how you doing? What's up, Brother William Colodro? Terrence, what up? Sadarsky, what's up? How you doing? I'm gonna call you after I do this quick live, Chris. I'm gonna call you after. I gotta ask you a question. MG, what's up? Brother Garrett. All right, thank you, Chris. Mariana. Miss Baptiste. What's good, Eddie? How's Gun Hill? Tuskegee Airmen in the house. Brother Kareem, how you doing? What's up, Ruben? Ruben, yes, we could talk. We could talk after the live. So, all right, let me get started. I wanna take this time, to give all our fallen brothers and sisters a moment of silence. So let's do that real quick. Just give a moment, bow our heads in remembrance. Thank you, everybody. What's up, Ariel? Oftentimes, well, we don't really like to talk about death so much, but death is the reality that's happening all around us. Many of us we're mourning in different ways. Many of us haven't been able to mourn, and many of us are walking and just having the expectation that more is to come. So it's tough. It's really tough. And I just want to really take time to remember people and have an understanding that people are in pain out here, whether they're showing it or they're not showing it. I just want everybody here on this program to know that I'm here for you. I'm a shoulder. You can talk to me. You'd be surprised. I've been around the block a lot of times. I've saw a lot of death. I faced a lot of death. You'd be surprised what I can offer. Just talk to me. All right. I'm your brother. I'll be that shoulder that you can lean on. All right. Let me start off by giving the current statistics as of today. We have 1.2 million COVID-19 positives nationally. We have 224,000 in New York State, and we have 178,000 in New York City. We have 1,200 COVID-19 positives in the DOB. Currently, we have 281 quarantine, which is a number that has to actually be checked out, because that's a big reduction in quarantine members. And folks who have returned to work, is at the number of 2,500, 2,500. So it's showing that people are coming back to work. And as people come back to work, we'll be able to get people who've been at it all this time. We'll be able to get them off of work. All right. Alternative schedules. We're talking about the subway disinfection from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Craig Cipriano, who is the senior vice president of the Department of Buses and the president of MTA Bus, he wanted, on a conference call, he wants to let the whole workforce know how thankful he is for coming through on this very difficult task. I don't usually put anything out there for management, but he seemed very sincere, so I didn't want to hold it back. So I'm letting you know that your senior vice president is very thankful and he understands how difficult the task is. He has worked with us on a lot of different issues. You know, things that we brought up, things that you members have brought up, that we brought back up to the table. He's done a lot of things to help us get those things done. You know, and I appreciate that. All right, I'm not the easiest guy to get along with when it comes to management, and they always complain about me. So coming from me to say that they've done something right, it's hard for me to say, but it's true. They've done something right. Anyway, the data. The Department of Buses put out 344 pieces of work where we are trying to accommodate 11,000 subway trips. All right, that's 11,000 subway trips, and those trips occur between 1 a.m. and 5 a.m. With the DOB enhanced Hawk service. The Hawk service, night bus, whatever you want to call it, is enhanced Hawk service. Overall, the first night, which was Wednesday from 1 to 5, we have an increase of 6,000 trips. On a normal day, we average about 8,200 bus trips, which is at night. So we increased that by 6,000 trips. There's a lot of us that didn't think it could be done, but it's getting done. It's getting done. The Hawk service normally provides about 230 trips on a normal basis. I mean, 230, no, I'm saying that wrong. 230 pieces go out, but we normally do about 8,200 trips, and we're 6,000 over that. The Department of Buses will continue to refine the bus plan as needed, as the trips either increase or decrease during that 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. time frame. Overcrowding reports in the Bronx and Brooklyn were reported sporadically. Homeless folks have been migrating to the SBS 44 that services Queens in the Bronx, the SBS 60, the SBS 15, the M15, the X27, and the X28. The Department of Buses reached out to NYPD and expressed that the Department of Buses can't have this issue. So the homeless issue is an issue, and the Department of Buses has reached out to NYPD. We're going to have to stay tuned for those results. Craig Cipriano said this is not going to be the new shelter for the homeless. It's not fair for essential workers using the system. It's not fair for our bus operators who were asked to work these hours. Antibody testing. As everyone is aware, antibody testing has been occurring at MAC 1 and Coney Island Yard. The website has been hard to get through, as it has been noted by very the majority. And take note, if you put in your home address and you live in an excess mileage, let's say about 100 miles away, the website is saying that there's no facility for you. So if you're getting that message, use the depot as an address. All right. If you use the depot as an address, then you'll be able to get in the site and get the appointment that's needed. Now, Michael J. Quill in Queens Village will open up to do testing, and walk-ins will be accommodated. That's the antibody testing. Now, that was supposed to happen tomorrow, but I just got a phone call at my own residence that Michael J. Quill and Queens Village is put on hold, and it's going to open up maybe at the regular time, maybe Monday we're looking at. So we're going to stay tuned on that as well. As people start to come back to work, we have to make sure we keep our employees safe. We got to still continue to practice social distancing and wear your mask. They've made a big deal about that today, about the mask, because managers have shown up, and they didn't blow anybody up, but they did mention it on the call today that people are not wearing their masks, and we must wear our masks. The mask is not so much to protect you, but it's to protect others. All right, we got to protect each other by wearing masks. If you cough, if you sneeze, it gets caught in your mask, and that's how you prevent spreading of any germs. Whether you have the germ or you don't have the germ, we just want to be safe out here. So we got to continue to practice social distancing and wear your mask. All right, temperature taking. The Department of Buses says they will start to make temperature taking mandatory for the workforce. So there hasn't been so far they haven't drawn a hard line, but the Department of Buses intends to expand on temperature taking. Now, first, you didn't have to take this temperature test, and it wasn't mandatory, but today it was discussed that it will become mandatory. It's not here yet, so don't think you're going to walk into work tomorrow and then find that there's mandatory temperature testing, but it is coming. It's down the pipe, so just stay tuned on that. There's still questions in what to do with employees who have, let's say, 100.4 degree temperatures. So they don't even know what to do with you right now. So that's going to be a continued discussion, and just know the unions are involved. I think not enough. You know, I'm like the face that brings you back the news, but you know, behind the scenes is you know, the MAPSTOA vice president Richard Davis. You have the Triple SA president. You have the Local 106 president, Vinny Montefiore. You have all these guys that are fighting for their members and collectively as unions should be doing together. I mean, there are times where I think that Vinny Montefiore goes a little bit too far. I mean, he's a union rep, but then it's like sometimes he pushes issues that makes me think like, you know, what are you trying to do? Get the bus operators in some type of heat? But nevertheless, you know, we got people that's in on these calls that will check what needs to be checked. All right. The Department of Buses wants to keep the environment that has employees feeling safe. At least that's what they're saying. All right, but believe you me, it's the union that's forcing the hand to make sure that we keep everybody safe. In spite of what you get on social media, that what's not being done. Let's talk about what is being done, because there's a lot being done. The Department of Buses intends to procure bags for the purpose of carrying all your needed PPEs, sanitizers, masks, disinfectant, etc. So they're going to be purchasing bags for you so you can carry all your stuff. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. It depends. I mean, I certainly appreciate free things, so by all means. And if it doesn't cost me in the future where you're taking it out of my pocket later on, then I'm good. Let me give you some information. Manhattan and Bronx. I'm speaking to Manhattan and Bronx here. All right. There's a scheduled PIC meeting between the division chairs, myself, Claude Marshall, and our Vice President Richard Davis. We're going to have a meeting over the summer PIC, and we're going to have a meeting specifically over the prints we received via email. We're having a meeting over curtailment. Now, curtailments have been in the prints since 2017. What I want to make sure is that they don't use these curtailments for the purpose of COVID-19, because we have a STIP that's in place, and the curtailment schedules is all weather related. That could be snow, or it can be hurricane, or any kind of weather impact and disaster. That's what the curtailment schedules were there for. All right, so we are going to have a discussion, because we don't want to put a curtailment schedule on people for the purposes of COVID-19. All right. I want to shout out all the bus operators. I want to shout out the dispatchers who are working with us. I want to shout out all our cleaners who are disinfecting our buses. I want to shout out maintenance department for doing what they're doing, keeping the buses fixed and also disinfecting those buses. I want to shout out the unions. I want to shout out the chairmen who are working very diligently to get our members some time off. Every depot's doing something a little bit different, and it's I appreciate the work that they're doing. I go in, I check on all of them. I want to shout out Dwayne Ruffin. Thank you for all you're doing. Jose Castillon, Suki Singh, Reynaldo Rios. Thank y'all and your staff. Y'all doing a wonderful job getting this work out here. I'm gonna take your calls. Well, not your calls, but I'm gonna take your I'm going to go offline now and do what I do, get ready for tomorrow. And I hope that you all remain to be safe. I will answer whatever you posting up here on this particular video. I will answer you. And if I have the answer, if I don't have the answer, I will certainly go get the answer for you. All right? God bless all of you. All you be safe out here. Remember to please stay covered. Wear your mask. Continue social distancing. It's very important. Be safe, everybody. Love y'all.